YouTube, what's going on? This your boy Cino coming back at you with another banger. So this time around, I'm gonna be taking a different step with this game. I'm going to be highlighting how I play and my personal tips on how to get better at Warzone. When I first started playing Warzone and Rebirth, I was like a point 0.3 KD player. Terrible. But I was able to work my way all the way up to like a 1.72. Nothing too crazy. I'm a above average player, not the best player. Don't claim to be by any stretch, but I do um get increasingly better by playing differently. In this gameplay, I'm gonna be highlighting how I play on solos. It's way different than how you would play on rebirth quads, duos, or trios, just because it's just you. So in this gameplay, I'm gonna be highlighting my steps, everything that I do, which leads me to get a dub. Also, if you could like, share, and subscribe to this video, I greatly appreciate it. It helps me out tremendously. I love y'all. Thank you for the continuing added support that y'all continue to show these videos. We keep popping off. The shorts are doing amazing. The videos are doing better than I expected they ever would. For the rest of 2022, we will be popping off. Also, let me know in the comment section below if there's a specific gun that you would like to see me use. Is there a specific meta that you want to see me use? Just let me know in the comment section below. Also, man, let's continue to support each other, bro. Not just me, but other creators as well. There are a lot of small creators out here that are trying to make the same push that I'm making, and it isn't just about me. So any creator that you come across that you like, hit that like button and subscribe to them, and it helps everybody out tremendously, bro. But I love y'all, man. Let's get into this gameplay. Exile game, let's get it. All right, Exile. So look, we're gonna hop into this match. Okay, so just giving some of my major steps. So like when I start my games out, I normally go control, whether I'm playing quads, duos, trios, or solos. Normally what I do is when I land, for the most part, I'm trying to get in, get as many kills as I can as quickly as possible, potentially find a loadout box or potentially get my loadout. Now on solos, for the most part, it's a little more difficult getting loady off rip because you got other players that might be camping, other players that might be crossing, and you don't always have a good sense of where everybody's at. So right now I'm just gauging it. I'm going through control. I end up getting killed by a player that was camping. That was a good play on his behalf, regardless of the comm. I end up getting killed by this player, but in this situation, it's about regaining at this point. I've died. I no longer have guns, and then I have to regain to get the timer back. So normally for me, I always regain the tents close by green because there's a lot of loot here. I do end up running into one of these players. For the most part, I just have to outmaneuver him. If you get in this situation, do not panic. Regardless of how outnumbered or outgunned you might be in a situation, don't panic. Regardless how weak I am, you see he gets me weak right here. I'm looking for a gun. I pick up a gun quickly, and I only have a few seconds before he pushes. I'm able to drop down, get the kill pretty easily, regardless of how much health or no lack of place that I had. I picked up his weapons, and I'm moving around. One of the biggest tips that I could give anybody playing in solos, for the most part, is learning how to rotate. Rotations are a big thing, also because it provides like cover, gives you the best route to get to your destination without getting shot. And if you do encounter an enemy, you won't get third party as easily because you rotated correctly or you've given yourself enough cover to fight. So right now I'm just looking for loot. You're gonna see in this gameplay I do get loady, but I ended up dying. Yeah, I think I ended up dying in this gameplay. I ended up dying maybe once or twice more, and then I have to pick up ground loot, and from that point I have to just use what I got basically in game. All right, so I do have a lot of money at this point. So this is a risky play, crossing from green to this buy station, because you can get shot from so many different directions. You can get shot from headquarters, you can get shot from green, and depending on how your angle, you can get shot from stronghold, because a lot of people like to camp a stronghold. I get my loady. I also get a UAV to give me a little sense of where people are around me. There are a good number of people that are in the area, so I'm keeping track of that as I'm going along. So I grab my loady, blitzing the growl, and I decide I'm gonna push this player. Now, when you're pushing some of these players, you gotta understand sometimes that advantages are key. He already knows I'm coming because he hear me, but I take the risk. I chow him anyway, thinking that I could beat him, and I end up getting the kill. All right, so I did catch a glimpse of that sniper in game. It might not look like I seen him, but I did. So I'm gonna go up top, see where this guy lands back in. Obviously, he's not coming back here because I have my loadout guns. At some point, I pop a few shots off at him, nothing crazy. I'm going to get the ping. Yep, I heard the ping. I get some good shots on dude. Somebody cleans him up. End up getting the kill from me, but I am going to chow this next guy. See, this guy's mistake right here was he, instead of plating up and finding better positioning, he chows me or he lays down and waits for me to come, which a lot of people make that mistake. You have to move around, get placed into you, relocate. Don't make yourself an easy target. Even though he did lay down and it's a harder target to hit, a lot of people with good enough gun skill can hit you and will get the kill regardless, even if you are laying down. I see the pings right here. I catch this dude. I don't know how I don't kill him. I caught a glimpse of a dude at the bottom right hand corner, so I know he's there, so I'm not going to push up too much to give myself away. Man, the growl was not hitting for me this game. All right, so I do wipe that. And a lot of the times you will catch some third parties, which will make it easier, but you have to be careful too as well, because in solos you can give away your position easily, basically, by, you know what I'm saying, engaging in gunfights, especially out as far like this wouldn't be a good decision for a lot of people because of how out in the open you are. You can get shot from prison. A lot of people like to camp up top prison. There are people that could be rotating from both that might see you decon. There's a good sight line of decon, as well as coming back up here. I'm going to go up here and get a UAV so I can get some data information on people, so I know where everybody's at, so I know how to rotate. All right, so I popped the UAV. Don't see anybody, so I'm going to pick up my ghost class because I'm pretty free, so I can go ahead and get my ghost class. I'm going to rotate inward. Normally, some people would rotate left away from the fighting, but normally I like to get in the mix. So I go up top prison just to get a better sight line. That way I do know going up on prison though. Water tower is a big spot for people who regain the time. So this dude was already down. I end up downing him, but that gives me another ping. As far as one thing I like about Rebirth solos as well as Rebirth in general is that when you kill people, sometimes it will give you pings of other people that are in the area once you kill them. I catch this dude on his loadie, easy beam. And the key is just moving around. You're gonna see like I'm traversing the map. I'm checking corners. I'm using everything around me. I use the ping system up top of prison basically to give me some more information. I see this dude down low. I end up getting the easy beams. He has no idea that I'm there, so I'm able to get an easy kill. All right. Now I'm gonna rotate back into prison because cover is key. A lot of these gunfights will be close range for the most part when you're fighting a lot of these people, but you want to give yourself enough distance between people as well as enough cover to be able to get in and out of gunfights, because you might run into a situation where you kill somebody, and if you're out in the open and somebody third parties you, there's nowhere for you to go. So just remember, cover is key. It's always a big thing in these games, even in quads and just in Call of Duty in general. Cover is key. It will save your life. And I'm like, you can snake. Like I'm checking all of my corners, checking everywhere before I make my moves. So I go back up. I see this dude. He's going to jump off of prison. I imagine he was shot at somebody. I do catch the ping of the dude on water tower, so I'm being careful of that. I do make a risky play because I realized dude didn't have any guns and he was looking for loot. I do get the kill. Peep this guy staring at me, so I get the beams off. Sometimes it's good to challenge people, even if you don't get the kill. Because right there in that situation, had I not chowed him, he would have had a free look at me, so he could have just beamed. So challenging him, breaking his armor, basically giving me that time to rotate. I hear gunshots over here, so I'm going to go challenge this dude. Yep. And you see what I mean by like catching third parties. Those two dudes were out in the open, so anybody who would have came there could have got an easy kill because there's nowhere to go. It's an easy sight line and you can easily get shots on somebody. Now this coming up, I'm gonna lose this gunfight. I lost to the Uzi. I don't know how I lost to the Uzi, but I ended up losing, which is it's okay. Maybe because I drop shot it. Now that I'm thinking back on it, maybe I shouldn't have drop shot it when I did. But you know, you live and you learn. Hi, baby. You live and you learn as you play this game. So now this dude makes the same mistake the other guy goes. He goes down low. I'm able to pick up at least one of my guns and get back in there. I don't have too many bullets in there, so my shots matter. And I end up dropping my Uzi. So now, okay, I'm breaking armor. I'm chasing this guy, which for the most part, I wouldn't recommend in most cases is chasing because that can get you killed. I put some good shots into this guy, dip out. Realize there's a second person there. He's paying attention to him, and I'm able to get an easy kill. I'm gonna make my way in. grab a few plays as I can, but I'm still, you know what I'm saying, staying around cover for the most part, trying to find some place, but also identify where the player was at that I just like literally fought and almost died to. And a side note, this ground loot MP7, the no stock one, is pretty nice. As far as like it comes really in handy for a lot of these up close fights. A key thing is to making sure you have plates. A lot of the times when I see casual players who play, they won't even attempt to go for plates. They're just trying to play in circle. But the reality of it is you need plates. Most of the time, the people that you're fighting, even if they're not that good, if they get enough shots on you, they're going to kill you. And at the end game, you don't really want to risk it. So I'm rotating back, seeing if I can find any more loot, anything to pick up. I see this guy. I should have picked up that stem right there, but that's okay. Normally, I wouldn't recommend chasing because, like you said, look, cover is key. You see how that guy gets the cover? Now I have no idea where he is, but I hear him go through the door. I catch him plating up. I decide to challenge him. I'm able to get the kill. He almost kills me, but, you know, sometimes you got to risk it. I seen a dude. I caught a glimpse of that guy that was coming. So I played up, look back to make sure he isn't pushing. He decides that he's going to push, but I know there's an occupational scan. He hits me with one of the fart gases, so I back up a little bit, lay down. I didn't think dude would continue to push forward, so he gave me all the information I needed. So he keeps pushing up. He threw a few nades, so I decided to challenge him with the hip fire and get the easy kill. All right. So with in game, there's 5 other players left. I'm 13 in. It's at this point you're basically trying to listen and understand where everybody's at, because most of the time in these in-game circles, people aren't really moving too much. So I ended up picking up my stem. I picked up the munitions box because in the end game, I have a gas mask. I have stems. It will come in handy if I was able to use a stem and then play my gas mask and then able to resupply my stems. That way, if I have to make a gas push, a full gas push, this guy decides to push. I don't know what he was doing, but the hip fire on this gun is just too good. All right, so there's 4 more people left. And my biggest thing too on solos is knowing that you're by yourself. When you play with the sense of urgency, knowing that you're by yourself, you'll make smarter moves because you don't have teammates to rely on. So I play solos more so just to get my skill a little bit, you know, my skill level up a little bit. I end up shooting at Betty because I don't want that to be a problem, just in case for some reason I got to make a gas push or the storm pushes back and I get caught by it. But yeah, so in these situations, I'm playing this area. I'm still mobile. I'm moving around. That way I'm not an easy target if somebody decides to come in. I hear somebody below me, so I'm checking. Dude decides not to come out, which is smart on his behalf because you don't want to give yourself away. That's an easy target, especially in-game. It's a little risky. All right, so I see the storm is pushing. I still hear people. I still hear footsteps, so I know that they're close. I don't know exactly how close. I don't know if they're on the roof. I don't know if they're the same level as me. I don't know if they're right next to me. I do know for sure that somebody definitely might be above me. I'm checking, just, but for real, like on these in-game situations, you have to play patient. Like sometimes you have to play patient. In the beginning, it's okay to rush because you still have the timer up. So if you do die, it's not ideal, but so I drop down, catch those dudes in the third party, and I see the last guy. I know he's in the storm. I didn't know if he had gas mask or not. But that's how it goes sometimes in these games, man.
Let's go.
This is my take
nice little regain
on how to play Rebirth Island. Solos are
nice gas
fun
play
game way. Like this is a fun game mode, and as well, it's a good way to gauge your skill as far as like on one-on-one gunfights.
Would I pick up the no?
A lot of people try to hop in quads and assume that they're just gonna go crazy on these games, but you have to really understand how good of a player you are. This shows you that you can fight on your own. This shows you know how to maneuver and get dubs in here, man. So hopefully this helped anybody out. This is my tips on what I do when I rotate and when I play Rebirth solos, man. So if y'all can like, share, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. And we out. Exile Gang, we in the building. To the next one. Peace.